Good evening. Today we are going to be making some super epic cinematic saw waves. Let's get into it. There we have it. So those almost trancey, reminds me of Aaron Hibel a little bit. Swim, that super epic sound. I love that sound in songs and I wanted to recreate it for so long and we have finally got round to it. So let's kick off. So it is just a saw wave to start off with. We're only using one wavetable. Let's take up the unison and up the detune a little bit. Let's set our envelope 1, so our sustain doesn't really need to be that long. Maybe something like this. So it has this very defined curve, so it dies out. Right, let's add some white noise. I used the AC hum. And then we've got an MG low with a cutoff around 2400, a little bit of drive, a tiny bit of resonance, and a little bit of fat. And then let's add some effects. So distortion always number 1 when I'm adding effects. So we don't actually need too much of that. Just a little tickle because we're going to put some more distortion on it later on. So let's add a tiny bit of chorus. And then let's add a delay. So I'm going to make the left and right slightly different. So let's do 16 on this one, 32 on this one, and then we'll take the feedback right down. So it has that bling, and we only have that mix in just a little bit. Hardly noticeable, but it gives it a little bit more width. And then let's put a reverb on there. I'm going to go for a hall, and we can just tickle that in a little bit. Let's put an EQ on there because we're going to do a little bit of modulation right at the top end here. So let's take the frequency to about 1500 and then we can leave that there and we'll come back to that in a sec. So we're starting to get there a little bit. The thing that really breathes life into this sound is what we're going to do in the matrix. So let's use envelope 2. We can have about 0.5-ish attack, no hold, a little bit of decay, no sustain, and just a tiny bit of release, so about 15 seconds. And we'll send our envelope 2 to our cutoff here. So it just opens up a tiny bit. Really helps that top end punch right at the start of the sound. And then we can do a similar thing with envelope 3. We'll have a similar sort of shape to our envelope 2, maybe a little bit longer. And then this one we're going to send to the gain of this equalizer here. So we don't want it going up too much, maybe 20%-ish. So again, similar thing, it just bumps up right at the start of that sound, just helps that attack really push through. And then let's create an LFO, so our LFO1 on retrig mode. We can set the rate sort of wherever we want it to. For this, I'm going to do it at 1/8, and then that is just going to affect our wavetable position. So it's going to start wobbling. That's what gives it that real character. So without that, it's a little bit static. And with... just gives it a nice little bit of movement. And then that is pretty much it for the patch. We could go back in a bit and change a few things. Maybe we want the rate to change a little bit. We can make those decisions like once we've got the foundation of the sound a little bit more finished. So let's just do a little bit of processing on it. First of all, I'm going to put a limiter on there just so we make sure we catch some of those peaks. Just help squash it, make it sound a little bit more epic. And then let's put a filter on there. We're just going to take some of the high end out because we're going to distort it. So we're just going to shape the sound a little bit so there's not too much high end before we distort. Because when we distort it, there's going to be loads of high end. And if you distort with all this high end in, it can sound a little bit abrasive. So we're just going to take out a little bit of that top end for now, but we'll get that top end back when we distort. So let's take it down to 2.5K-ish. something like that. And then I'm going to put an EQ on there. I'm going to leave that for now because similarly to this filter, we're going to EQ into that distortion. So doing different things with the EQ before the distortion can really help shape the sound of that distortion. So once we got that distortion on, we can play around with this EQ so we can make some interesting and different sounds. So let's put a distortion on there. This one is the one I've been liking recently, called Fire. So let's just crank that up and see what it sounds like. All of them sound really good. I think I quite like this tan one. Nice. Right, so let's have a look at this EQ. One thing I really like to do is to increase the gain on the low end before we go into that distortion, because it creates this really nice sort of gritty effect. So let's give that a go. Maybe we can take out just a bit of that real low end there. Maybe we could scoop out some of these. So with that EQ, we're just slightly shaping the sound, so when we get into that distortion, it's not too overwhelming. Then I'm going to go in with a Valhalla delay. We have already got a delay on the serum, but it's not really acting as a delay, it's more acting as a HANS effect, so just making it wider. I really like the default preset on this Valhalla. Really nice. We could just take out some of the lows maybe. And one thing I really like to do recently is to limit pretty hard after a delay. So we could just take the input up a little bit and then take the threshold right down. That is pretty much the sound. You could do lots of changes, like you can change the shape of this EQ a little bit. We could change the different types of distortion. Get different sounds. And then in the second half of this song, I just duplicated this same patch and we just changed the envelope slightly. So I just increased the sustain. So in this build, it just sustains a little bit. And then to create a weird little wobbly effect, I use the pitch bend, as we can see on this one down here, to just take that down just a little bit. So it gives it this really eerie vibe. It's a very complicated sound. It's a very complicated sounding pat. It's a very complicated sounding pat. It's a very complicated sounding. It's a very complicated sounding sound. When you look at it like this, it's just a saw wave with a fair amount of processing and this LFO, which is making the wobble, so it just breathes a little bit more life into it. And you can pretty much apply this to anything. You know, you could really change the sound by using different wavetables. So a great thing about sound design is once you've got all the parameters in place, got your envelope set, LFO set, and all your processing in, you can just go back and change the wavetables and create totally different sounds. So that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope it's helped. And I did actually start a Patreon last week. I'm not doing any additional content on there as of yet, but because I do all of this content for free and all of my project files I upload for free, if anyone wants to help support the channel, I would be very, very grateful. Please do like and subscribe and comment some things. Thank you very much for watching. Love to your mothers.